friends, welcome back to Ayurpreneur Academy YouTube channel. Ayurpreneur Academy, the academy meant for empowering Ayurveda professionals to achieve and live an entrepreneurial lifestyle using their Ayurveda knowledge to accomplish social significance, professional significance, financial abundance, and time freedom using my Ayurpreneur business model. Hi, I'm Dr. Vivekanand on the mission to help hundreds of Ayurveda professionals to achieve an entrepreneurial lifestyle. So in this video, I will be putting the light on the copyright. What is copyright? What are the essences of the copyright? What are the basics of the copyright? Why we should go for the copyright? And what are the advantages of copyright in this video? So let us jump into the video proper, the subject proper. So the copyright is a two-way it has been used. One is for marketing purpose also the copyright word is being used. So that is, we call it as a copywriting, WRITG. Okay, the copywriting. Whereas in this video, I will be discussing about the legal aspects of the legal compliance that is called copyright for a particular work. That is COPYRIGST. This is a right, not a writing. This is a right. So why the Ayurpreneurs are supposed to know about the copyright? Okay, so this is a legal protection, and which may be used for your work, or you need to respect the legal protection which has been allowed to the work of the others. So if you know this, then you will not be into complications. So once, what exactly mean by copyright now? So copyright is as per the American the American law. Okay, they define it as any what you call protection that has been given to the original work of an author, okay, which is for a tangible medium where they will be having a right to develop it, reproduce it, make copies, and make the modification in their original work, and that also they will have the sole right on that particular work what they have created. So in this, usually what happens when this legal protection has been given, okay, it's a part of the intellectual property. It's copyright, acquiring the copyright is a part of intellectual property. So any intellectual work which has been created, that will come under the copyright. So all original works which are they can have the copyright, and this it's not only a legal obligation, but it will give an advantage for you to safeguard your creative work. So as an Ayurpreneur, whenever we are speaking about the Ayurpreneurship, that is, we are using Ayurveda knowledge, but we are creating our own any innovative methods or innovative what you call the art or innovative work, innovative word that is supposed to be protected from the infringement or misuse or use by the others, which you have created. Okay? So an Ayurveda practitioner who is going to turn out to be an entrepreneur, you'll be having your own creative visual original works, very original works. Like you may be writing a book, you might have published your articles, you must be having your own formulations. You may have your own digital content like videos and blogs, as I am doing to the YouTube. Okay, so all this they come under the copyright, and you can have the copyright for all of them. So when it becomes a creative and innovative work, it becomes a valuable asset for you when you have created it. So in the Ayurpreneur journey, you will be creating a lot of innovative works which may require copyright because they are supposed to protect from infringement. And your herbal blends, your herbal own what you call the formulations, they are the unique one what you have created. And the Bhuta Yogas what you created. So all of them, they are the heart of your practices. So if you do not protect them, that may loss for you on the even monetarily as well as the recognition. So whether it is a blog what you are writing, whether it is a video you are making, whether it is an e-book you have published, all the contents whatever you are putting into that is reflects your expertise, and you have got every right to protect, and you need to have that recognition for what you are creating, the work what you are creating. So it may be with your related respect to your brand names, logos, and visual identities. Everything is supposed to be protected from the unauthorized use and the replication. So for that reason,
the copyright becomes a mandatory step whenever you feel that your work is an original work. So it always ensures you the protection against the unauthorized use and reproduction by the others. And once you get that copyright on your work, you'll have the right to what you call the redistribute your copies of the work. You can replicate it, you can publicly, you can display it, and you can have the right to perform the work on that, and you have the right to alter the work, and you can make the many derivatives out of that. So for that, the copyright is very much important, because see what happens. The data is there within 1 year, the 2017 to 2018, in only one single year, there are almost 40,000 copyright disputes were there for the examiner to examine it at the copyright what you call the office. So that that will help you, means that will give you an idea that how much the copying, how much the people will misuse, how much people will reproduce your work without your permission. So that such data is there. So you need to think about that, and you need to go for copyright. We need, as an Ayurpreneur, we need to think. Now the basic difference you should know between the copyright, trademark, and patent, because often as an entrepreneur you'll be coming across these words. So copyright is, it protects an artist or an author, okay, creator, from his ownership, okay, with his ownership at a work of a work. Means you are an author or a creator, you will be called as an author. Whenever you have created the work, you will be called as an author. Okay, then it will give a sole ownership for you, the copyright. Whereas trademark is, it protects a business name or products of the products what you have created from your entrepreneurship, a brand what you are having, and the slogans or the unique selling propositions, whatever, they can be protected in trademark. Whereas patent is, it will be for an innovation. So it's a right for the innovator. So innovator's right, that will be what you call the which are especially invention. When the inventions are there, they will be protected under the patent. Now, what are the basic elements of the copyright you need to know? So in the basic element, whatever is free visible on the digital media doesn't mean that it is freely available. It may be copy protected. It may be protected in the copyrights. We need to look into that. Okay. At the same time, you can, of course, if you are searching for an image, always we should make a confirm that it is a free to use or not. So you can, even free, copyright free, you must have seen free to use or copyright free. That words are usually used to search the thing, whatever the resource you want to on the digital media. Okay. So even as a creator, you have got the what you call the protection against your for your work. Okay, and that you can outsource. You can give the license from your side. That is called as Creative Commons. You can, as a under Creative Commons, you can give the license to the others to use the same work. So if you are, for example, if you are in a doubt of the particular work which you want to use for others' work, then you need to approach that particular person and to get a permission to use the work. Without getting the permission of the work, you should not go ahead of using the work, so that it will attract what you call the legal action against you. So instead of copying the others and looking for the loopholes, okay, try to respect their copyrights, and by respecting their copyrights, even your copyright will be protected. Your original work will be protected when the people we educate them. So the traditional copyright is it cannot be used or adapted or copied or published without the creator's permission. So all original works which are protected under copyright, they are the one which you need to be careful. Whereas Creative Commons, as I was telling about, you can license your original work to be used by the others. Okay, so that is with permission they can be used. Copyright is they cannot be used. Whereas Creative Commons, when it comes into Creative Commons CC, then it is without permission you cannot use, but under certain conditions without permission also we can use. But even the creator can set rules to help the others to use his work. Okay. Whereas in public domain, if the material is in the public domain, that means it is free to be used. Okay. So that work published before 1923, or the work of a long dead creator, or and the work which have been placed in the public domain, all of them they can be easily can be used without any hassle or without any particular fear. Okay, so these are the basic elements of the copyright. The other thing what you need to know about the copyright is all those work which are literary or artistic, computer programs, databases, advertisements, maps, technical drawing, they all fall under the copyright. Okay, they can be copyrighted. So copyright law protects only the form of expression of an idea, but not the ideas. This is you need to remember. So ideas cannot be copyrighted, but the form of expression of the ideas can be copyrighted. So creativity of such things like words, musical notes, and colors and shapes can be copyrighted. So copyright protection includes every production in the literary work, as a scientific work and artistic domain, whatever the mode of form of expression is that can be, if it is even if the original work is existing, but if the form of expression has been changed and that you created, then it falls under the what you call copyright for you. Okay, it doesn't violate the rule of the copyright for the original work. So ideas in the work do not need to be new. Okay, but the form in which they are expressed must be an original creation of the author. So already there is existing old. So you must be seeing lot of popular songs. Okay, they are made into different dance forms or different expressions, and they are floated on the social media. So there is no infringement of the copyright. That is what the expression. That is a form of expression. So if you change the form of expression, even the original idea is existing, it is a author and it has been created by someone else, but the form of expression, if it's changed, that will not be an infringement of the original work. So the copyright it doesn't what you call the assure the quality of the work. That you need to understand. It's not copyright is nowhere concerned with the quality of the work. The work may be good, may be bad. The art, but it only protects the rights of the inventor or the creator, so that the person who has created, because of his intellectual intelligence, he should be respected, and for that it has been allotted. So ethical conducts, what you need to follow when you are either your copyright work is there, or for others copyright you are going work which has been protected under copyright, you need to respect that. So especially when you are an Ayurveda entrepreneur, okay, so our Ayurveda knowledge is a traditional knowledge. Okay, so Ayurveda already, whatever is in Ayurveda, it's everywhere. Whatever is not there in Ayurveda is nowhere. So the ideas are original and they are there, they are existing. So Ayurveda, all the concepts, all the ideas of the Ayurveda, all the values of the Ayurveda, all the principles of Ayurveda, they are there, they are the original. Okay, they only thing what you need to know is, as an Ayurveda doctor or as an entrepreneur, if you are making use of those concepts and you are transforming the form, okay, changing the form of that particular this one, and by that you are creating an innovative, what you call the method or the product or the service to cater to the needy. Only one thing you need to remember is that you should always acknowledge the traditional knowledge of the Ayurveda, the ancient wisdom of the Ayurveda, and you should not violate the basic principles of the Ayurveda. So because it is a traditional resource and it is a cultural heritage that inspires your work, and that's why you should respect it, and you should not violate the principles and the concepts of Ayurveda. Without violating those concepts and principles, if you are able to change the form of adaptation, that will give you an edge to become an entrepreneur using Ayurveda. Okay, so don't misrepresent the concept of the Ayurveda, and don't misappropriate the things. So that is what you need to have the ethics with respect to when you are creating an what you call Ayurveda innovations or Ayurveda particular create new work. So this licensing permission, okay, licensing and permissions. If you use a third-party content in your work, such as an illustrations, photographs, experts from the text, make sure that you have the necessary permissions or licenses. Okay, because you need to respect the intellectual property rights of the others while building your own whatever the work you are doing, what you are creating. Okay, the another ethics you should maintain is use your platform as an Ayurpreneur to educate your audience about the copyright laws and ethical practices, so that by raising that awareness, you will be helping to protect your own creations, but at the same time, you'll be contributing to create a culture of respecting the and respecting and having an integrity in what you call within the Ayurvedic community, not to copy the things and create their own creative works. So always explore the opportunities and collaborate to have a collaboration with the others, but at the same time see that your copyright should be protected. Your copyright, you should have a clear licensing agreement so that your copyrights will be protected or your intellectual property will be protected. So ethical practices in utilizing the copyright material and respecting fellow practitioners' intellectual property will definitely help all our Ayurpreneurship to grow, so that there will not be any what you call the legal disputes. Now, what is the advantage of having the copyright protection? So, as we know, the literary work is protected, the dramatic works are protected, musical works are protected, artistic works are protected, architectural works are protected under the copyright. So, for us, that happens to be the more literary part in this particular one. So, whatever once you have the copyright, the advantage is that you will have a legal authority and which can be passed on to your legal heirs, so that they can use it in future also whenever you are not there, but they can be used by your legal heirs, so that your original work will remain with you only. Okay, and once you obtain a proper license, okay, use it, and that means that your particular creativity has been respected, and having that license and being a what you call the original creator, and you are with the traditional knowledge what you are passing on from Ayurveda to the next generation, and through a proper channel by educating your audience, you can have a very sustainable and very strong, powerful entrepreneurship in Ayurveda, which is ethical in the business. Okay, and it will help. It will give you a right to protect your work from any infringement. Okay, so that is what your intellectual property can be protected. So by understanding the copyright principles and implementing effective strategies, you can build a resilient Ayurvedic business while safeguarding your hard work and innovation. At the same time, copyright registration will create a public record for you. When you are creating your brand, when you want to create your own brand, you need to create your brand on the public domain, public record. So it may be digital or it may be physical. So you need to have a record to show what exactly you are for. So for that reason, it creates a public record, okay, in the public domain. Okay, your work will be protected. At the same time, your work will be protected by the copyright, and it will enable you to get the monetary benefit also. By if anybody wants to use your work, they can contact you. So even it will help you to file a lawsuit if without your permission, if your work has been used by the third party or someone else. Okay. Also, it will provide you economic benefits, as I told you. Okay, so it will help you. It will entitle you to use your work in various ways, like making copies, performing in public, broadcasting your work, etc., availing appropriate reward for it. Thus, it provides you a reward for your creativity. Means whatever you have done, whatever the creation you have made, it should be paid off. For that, you need to have copyright. Okay, and also it will help you to pass on or sell the rights of your work to the others. By that also you can make money. It will allow you to get the legal evidence of your ownership. Okay, so that if someone prevents you from using your own work, sometimes it happens. If you are a small fish, a big shark is there. You are the creator, but he has copied it. And being a big shark, he may go first in the what you call the market, and by that he'll claim that he is the owner. At that time, you can protect your work. If you already got a copyright from the what you call the authorities, then you can claim your ownership. Okay, and also it will help you to change the work form, and at the sequel you can revise it and you can update your work and as and when you require. So that is the advantage what you will have getting the copyright done. So what is excluded from copyright now? Okay, certain things, these are things which are excluded from the copyright. That is like ideas are not protected under the copyright, facts are not protected, data is not protected under the copyright, concepts of Ayurveda you cannot claim under the copyright, systems you cannot claim, methods you cannot claim, like any treatment methods which is already been in the practice, that cannot be claimed. Principles of Ayurveda you cannot claim as in your own work. Discoveries, of course, not under the copyright because they were already existing and you have only discovered it. Okay, so that is. So names, titles, and short phrases cannot be means claimed under the copyright. These are the official decisions as well as even the news of the day cannot be protected under the copyright. So you need to what to call look into this. So while you are applying for the copyright. Okay. Then how to acquire the copyright now? So the government of India, it gives, okay, there is a act, Copyright Registration Act, that is Indian Copyright Act 1957. So you can get register your application under this act, that Indian Copyright Act 1957, which will be having the 3 steps process. So now who can register for a piece of work with the register of copyrights? So the copyright officer, registrar, is the main authority where you will be registering your copyright. So who can register for that? So one is the author of the work, who is the creator. Second is the owner of the exclusive rights, means someone has purchased the ownership from you. Okay, then he can also apply. Third is the copyright claimant. If you have given no objection to someone else to claim the rights, okay, he can apply for you or he can apply for himself. Number 4 is the authorized agent. You have made you have given authority to some agent to make application on behalf of you. Okay, so these are the 4 anybody can apply for the application. Means copyright means it doesn't mean that you have created a work. It doesn't mean that you only need to apply. Even on behalf of you, any agent you can what you call hire, or you can give right to the claimant, and you can sell it to someone else, and by that the ownership can be, or that owner can apply for the copyright. Okay, so here the work which has been created by you, that will help, that will make you to, means that will give a designation as an author. Okay, so who is the owner? Owner is of such exclusive rights is permitted to apply for registering his or her claim in the work. Okay, owner of that work, which maybe he must have bought from someone else, or he must have created himself, that is owner. And the copyright claimant is the author, a person or an organization that has obtained ownership rights from the author through a written contract. So he becomes a copyright claimant. He has claimed the rights through a legal contract. Okay, then authorized agent, whom the author has, or the copyright claimant or the owner of an exclusive right has given no objection certificate to apply for on the behalf of them. So that is who can apply. Okay, now essential documents what are required. Okay, let us see what are the essential documents. So meanwhile, if you are still not subscribed for my channel, I request you to subscribe for Ayurpreneur Academy YouTube channel, which I will be giving lot of insights, lot of videos. Of course, there are long format videos will be there, but they are worth to help you if you are really serious of becoming an entrepreneur in Ayurveda. So come back to what are the essential documents you need to register, what you call make an application for the registration, copyright registration. So if the work is already published, you need to submit 3 copies of the work. If it is not published, then 2 copies of the work. If an attorney is filing, okay, making an application on behalf of you, then there should be wakalatnama should be submitted. Then authorization in respect of work, if the work is not the work of the applicant, means if you are hired agent on behalf of you, then he should be issued with an authorization letter, and he has to submit that to the registrar of the copyright office. Information regarding the title and language of the work is supposed to be filled in that. Okay, what is the title and what is the language, which is in which language it has been produced. Information regarding the name, address, and the nationality of the applicant, the documents proof for that. Then applicant must also provide his mobile number and email addresses. Then applicant is not the, if they are not the author, a document containing the name, address, and nationality of the author is supposed to be mentioned. If the author is no more, if he is deceased, then the date of his death should be mentioned. If the work is to be used on a product, okay, then a no objection certificate from a trademark office is mandatory. If the applicant is other than the author, a no objection certificate from the author is mandatory. In this case, an authorization of the author may also be required. If the person photo is appearing in the work, then no objection certificate from such person should be required. If the work is published, the year and address of the first publication is also required. Information regarding the year and country of the subsequent publications, if any, that is required. In case of copyright is for software, then source code and the object code are also required. So these are the essential documents you need to provide, document as well as the information you need to provide to the copyright office. Then procedure for registering the copyright is that 3 steps are there. Step 1 is that you will be filing an application. Step 2 is it will be examined by the registrar. The number 3 is step is if no problems, then registration will be issued. So when you are filing an application, then it should be either it can be physically or through a registered post or the online e-filing facility is also available. And now, as per my knowledge, e-filing facility is the only one which is need to file it, and then the printout should be taken and then it should be posted to the it should be sent to by registered post. Okay, so you can first you need to register yourself. So with the above link here, user registration. So https://2 copyright.gov.in/user registration /from new user. Okay, so there once you register that like this, okay, then here the file opens when you go to the website. Okay, so this is when you want to register. So new user registration sign up. It appears or pops up. So that's what this particular page. There you need to fill in all your details. Then once you register, then it will be redirected to the home page where you can fresh login and then go for the application e-filing. Okay, so that is about the first. With that link you need to log in, you need to sign up, and you should create your own account. Then by second, this one login page for the user registration. Okay, login page where with your credentials, once you go and log in, then this first page appears. Okay, this first page appears. Let me enlarge it. First page appears, and here that steps are given. You need to complete the form number 14. You need to complete the form number 14 here, and then you should go ahead with all the stepwise, whatever the illustrations come accordingly. So then afterwards, whatever is done, then with the payment or the DD or the banker checks or the e-payment, with that voucher or the counterfoil or the document, you need to send the printout of the filled form to the office of the Registrar of Copyrights, Copyright Office, Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Baudik Sampad Bhavan, plot number 32, sector 14, Dwarka, New Delhi. Okay, and now when you go to the first one, okay, you will have all these things. Once you go through the turn, so you'll need to fill in all the personal details as well as the details about the what you call like your declaration that whatever you are producing, whatever you are applying for, that is your original work, that you will be accepting. The conditions are there. So you'll accept those conditions, and then you'll be directed to the step 1. That is the step 1. Step 2 is then statement of the particulars. So all your work, whatever work, the details will be coming out with all your address of the author, address of the applicant. Then in step 3 will be the other further, all the details are there. In the step 3, what is there? There are statements of further particulars, and step 4 will be payment details. So once you do that for the payment details, you will be getting, okay, you will be getting a diary number. You'll be getting a diary number. Let me reduce it so that I can bring it to the let me reduce it. Okay. So, okay, you will get a diary number. So for each registration, for each work, you need to have separate registration for separate application, which is duly filled as per the whatever I have shown now. And along with that, required fees must be given, and different types of work have different fees. Now, the application fees is 500 rupees for a cinematographer film, if, for example, if you take, and then it will be 5,000 rupees will be the registration fee. So the application fees ranges from 5,000 to 40,000, depending upon the what you are going for an application. So all that payment can be made by either DD or IPO, Indian Postal Orders, or by the e-payment. Okay. So once you make an application, that will go to the that will get a diary number, and based on that diary number, the 30 days will be there, and the 30 days will be then a window period where any objections are there for that work will be asked for, and if any objection comes, they will be waiting for that objections to come. So again, the 2 segments are there in this step number 2. If in case no objections are raised, then the examiner will go ahead from the other office, the registrar office, and he will view and scrutinize the application to find any discrepancy in the application. Okay. And in case of objections are raised by someone against your work, then both the parties will be called for the hearing, and based on the outcome of the hearing, the 3rd step will be decided. The 3rd step is the registration. So if the registrar, he may ask for any further documents also, more documents also, so that if he has got some discrepancy in your application, okay, to subside that particular doubt, he may ask for the supporting documents. So you need to prepare them and you need to provide them. So once he gets satisfied, okay, then he will go for the process of registration of copyright, and there he will issue a copyright certificate for you. That is called the extracts of the Register of Copyrights. So that is step number 3. So once this copyright registration process is, even though it is lengthy, it will take 10 to 12 months, okay, but it is very much important because it will help you to protect your work because the penalty, if anybody violates or he uses your work without your permission, he under Copyright Act 1957, he can be penalized to imprisonment from 6 months to 3 years with a fine of not less than rupees 50,000. So for that reason, you need to have a copyright registration for your any new creative work. Okay, of course, which is as per the compliances of the Indian Copyright Act. Okay, so now what you need to do is always avoid the mistake of copying the things which are protected under the Copyright Act without the permission of the author. So this presentation I prepared using the references. That is one article I went through. That is, I want to acknowledge this because even though I have changed the form of presentation, but still I want to pay my acknowledgement, extend my acknowledgement to these 2 references what I have referred while preparing this particular presentation or this particular video. That is, article I went through is by Srishti Kaushal, a first-year student from Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law, Punjab, who was pursuing PALLB. Of course, it's an old the article. And from the book, The Manual for Indian Startups, published by Penguin Enterprise. Authors are Vijay Kumar Ivaturi, Meena Ganesh, Alok Mittal, Sriram Subramanian, and S. Sadagopan. So that is all about the copyright And I believe that this has given you clear insight about what is copyright. Okay, and let me reduce my slides and delete. Okay, so that is about the copyrights which we need to know as an Ayurveda entrepreneurs. That is what I call them as Ayurpreneurs. Okay, so I hope this has given you a lot of value, a lot of clarity about the copyright. Okay, and I request you to subscribe to my channel if you still not subscribed. And if you feel that this has added value to you, then kindly like the video and share your comments, and also share this to all our entrepreneurs so that they will be having awareness about this one. And at the same time, if you want to learn still more about the entrepreneurship in Ayurveda, I have created a wonderful course, pre-recorded course are there. At the same time, weekly nurturing calls, live sessions I'll be taking on helping our Ayurveda professionals to set up their own clinics, set up their own what we call the other verticals of the entrepreneurship in Ayurveda with in a more lucrative way. So if you're serious about changing your life to become an entrepreneur in Ayurveda, then visit my website www.ayurpreneurlifestylehub.com, and their memberships are there. I request you to go for an Ayurpreneur Silver membership, where you'll have a lot of value, which is a lifetime access, and it will help you to transform yourself from a novice Ayurveda professional to a star or a pro entrepreneur in Ayurveda. So thank you for watching this video. See you in next videos of entrepreneurship on Ayurveda.